For the next 10 weeks, I'm going to hang out with you and go over sections of an independent and individual workbook that I've created over the last 20 years. In that workbook, we are looking to rebrand. We want to build ourselves up, reconstruct some of the foundations that we've been making decisions on for many, many years, and really understand that we are not behind, but we are building. The first step in this process is to define success. Is to what does that look like? What does that actually mean? Not little bits at a time, but what is actual success? The best version of myself. What does that look like? We're going to start with plugging holes. I call this the Bugs Bunny effect. Bugs Bunny's out there in the middle of a lake in a rowboat, and a little leak springs up. He plugs the hole. And all of a sudden, another leak. Plugs the hole with another finger. Plugs the hole, plugs the hole, plugs the hole. All of a sudden, all his toes, all his fingers being used, even his ears. And now everything's stopped leaking, and we could start thinking about finishing the rest of the way across the lake. We do that in our lives as well. We need to first learn how to plug the holes so that we can stop sinking or feel like we're sinking, so that we can actually get across to what success looks like. The second thing is learning how to deconstruct some of these big decisions, some of these things that have been happening in our lives. Deconstruct it and then learn to rebuild those things from the foundation. Have solid foundations in place, so that from that point on, the next step is to practice doing those new decisions, having the new foundation set so that every decision we made is now built on or created by those new foundations, and be able to sustain that. Finally, once we're able to do those things, and this takes time and practice for sure, then we want to be able to give it away. How do we teach the next generation? How do we teach our friend, our neighbor, the ones that are struggling just like us? How do we teach them how to do the same thing? And when we do this, when we develop those foundations, at that point, can we understand where our time, effort, and energy are actually going? Are they going toward good things, or are they going toward just the normal, comfortable things that are actually uncomfortable and not toward the actual success? From that point on, this will help us to learn, give clarity as to actually what we're becoming. We're going to learn how our brain works, our habits and our decisions are forming. We're going to build goals rooted in purpose, in faith, and have clarity about those goals. We're going to practice boundaries, precision, being present, and providing the kind of attention to our time, effort, and energy that we should be, that we want to be. And finally, we're going to start to shift from self-criticism into self-coaching. Over the next 10 weeks, I'm going to give you sections about how to build, how to rebrand, whether that be yourself and ultimately our independent individual self, that we can learn to do that with others, important relationships in our lives. And so that's what I'm doing for you over the next 10 weeks. Hang out with me, share it with anybody that you think it would be useful for, but I'm looking forward to doing this over the next 10 weeks with you. See you soon. God bless.